they are flirting up a storm in this fucking show.
I love it.
The sexual tension between these two, wild.
You can't say that. We're gonna get assassinated by Disney. Again. A second time.
5, 6, 7, 8.
There's no business like show business.
Mamma mia, here I go again. My
Of the music
I forgot this movie was almost 2 hours.
I
was
did
like fully
too.
prepared for a tight 90. And it was
2 hours
and
long.
so, and honestly, this film took me longer to like watch and take notes because so much happened.
It was
compared
packed.
to compared to Mame,
where
like,
nothing happened for
shit
2
happened
hours.
in Mame. You would not believe the shit that went down. Hi, welcome back to the podcast. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, a movie musical podcast. I'm Anna.
I'm Grace.
If you're new here, what an episode to start
Join
on.
us for this wild ride.
If you're a returning listener, welcome back to the circus. We have returned. This is our first sequel. Am I right? This is our first sequel?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's not many
We did this
sequels to musicals, I'll be honest.
musicals. That's true.
I can't
That's true.
actually think of another one besides...
What's the Phantom sequel?
Oh, does it have a movie?
No, it doesn't, but
I guess.
that's the only musical sequel I can think of.
But
Like,
it was
sorry, Grease 2.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry. Oh, how dare I forget.
We're not doing that. God. Having seen that movie within the last 2 years, it's still too soon.
So that means that I should wait another 2 years before I put it on our list?
Yes.
Maybe that'll be our
Wow, there are
100th
so many
episode.
typos in
50th
this.
episode was Grease. Maybe the 100th episode is Grease 2.
Grease 2. I would throw myself out the window if you assigned that. I would quit the podcast.
I would be the only one doing that particular podcast. Guys, it's Grace alone. Anna has refused.
Grace alone. Anna drew the line in the sand. All right. We are tackling the much lauded, much adored High School Musical 2 on this episode of 5, 6, 7, 8, a movie musical
Disney
podcast.
Channel original musical, still released only on TV. It was not in theaters.
Yeah. Did the first one go to theaters?
No.
No.
The
that's what I
third
thought.
one
These
was
are
the
both
only
TV.
one that released to theaters.
Oh, I forgot there was a third.
Yes. We'll be getting to that
Lovely.
one
All
in a
right.
couple years.
Let's fucking go.
Ugh.
Give me that rock electric guitar solo that starts us off.
Jesus. Why was that? Why was that Rent suddenly?
That's my go-to electric guitar sound effects. I don't know any others. I'm sorry.
I missed Darbus. I was mad that she wasn't more in this, that they didn't find a way to pull her into the craziness that happens in this movie.
Did you hear what her... Okay, so let's set the scene. It's clearly the last day before summer vacation.
Yes.
The halls are empty. There are lonely basketballs on the basketball court. And we are in theater class.
Yes. Or
Miss
their
Darbus
homeroom or whatever.
Yeah, it's homeroom. And everyone is just like watching the clock. All our
Desperate.
favorites are there. Troy, Gabriella,
Chad.
Oh my god, like what was his name?
Yeah.
Chad, just like watching the clock.
Yeah.
It's like 3 something and they're just waiting for the last bell of the school year to ring.
Yeah.
And one of the ensemble members asks Miss Darbus, like, what's your favorite summer memory? And everyone groans, like, oh, I'm gonna make her talk. And then Miss Darbus starts us off. Do you hear what she said?
I don't remember. So,
they, like,
listener, this is the
I went
first time.
back.
This is the first time that we watched a movie and then had to reschedule, and I had already watched the movie. So it's been over a week since I've watched this movie. So a lot of the finer details I might not remember.
All right, I'll tell you because I
Please
went back
do.
and listened to it because that ensemble member asked Miss Darbus and she starts talking and then the music for the opening number starts to come in and the actor singers, they start going like summer, like they're chanting. But if you listen from Miss Darbus, she talks about how her finest, most favorite summer memory is when she did dinner theater and she was the only actress to understudy all roles. And that's when the song takes over. And I was like, did I hear that right? She doesn't explain like what the shows were because of copyright, but just like the only Actor to understudy.
Every role.
I want to see that movie.
I would go to that dinner theater where she plays every single role.
Anyway, that launches us into our opening number, which is Summertime.
Yeah, what time is
you
it?
You probably know it.
Yeah.
What time is it?
Summertime.
There's a lot of dancing in the halls, a lot of dancing in the streets energy.
Yeah. Well, because we had to...
They move.
They do.
They move down the halls.
But it is a confined space. I would posit that maybe once we get to the cafeteria, it's dancing in the streets energy.
Oh, see, I disagree because in the hallways they're moving forwards, whereas the cafeteria they're stagnant.
Yeah. I guess if the movement is what defines it rather than the confining of a space. Yeah. I think we cut our last conversation about this, so I don't know if audience.
Did we?
Yeah, I think
we've talked about.
I think you.
Oh, did I talk it?
You cut our conversation defining what we would consider to be dancing in the streets.
I'm sorry. We defined it as if it moves.
There has to be a lot of
dancing.
movement, and like it's not a confined space. So we talked about how like America from West Side Story is not dancing in the streets because it is a confined space, even though it is outside. There is that rooftop aspect where you literally can't go.
We're stuck on a roof.
Yeah.
But that's the original West Side Story.
Yes.
In the new one,
yeah,
I think they move.
I honestly
they do because they're literally running through the streets.
Amazing. Yes, I'm talking about the original. Anyway, so there is a moment where Corbin Bleu like jumps off of a locker and fully bodies a chorus member, and like they fall into the wall together. It is
I missed that.
It was really funny. Zeke is here. Zeke with the cookies. We love him.
Oh, we love Zeke. I almost
Team
said,
Zeke.
yeah, that's right. That's Zeke. The 2003 fashion is absolutely sending me to the grave.
Oh
the
my
capris.
God. It's really, is this 2003?
I made that number up. I don't actually know when this was.
2007. We get more basketball choreo. That's really fun. It's like, but
we also got a little scene. We get a little scene of the boys, the basketball boys, the Wildcats, talking about how they all have to get summer jobs.
Yes.
Which you should figure out before the start of summer. Anyway, there's a silly scene between Sharpay, who is trying to say goodbye to Gabriella passive-aggressively, because Gabriella, we've established, always moves every summer.
Year.
That's her...
Yeah.
Yeah, and so she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna have to miss you. Oh, well. And Gabriella says, no, actually, my mom agreed, and we're gonna stay, and I'm gonna finish out the school year next year, because they're juniors going into seniors here. And Sharpay's like, great!
Amazing.
I'm so happy about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Grinning through her teeth.
And I love how they were so excited to leave school for summer vacation, but you gotta dance first. You can't just leave.
You gotta dance first.
You gotta dance.
Troy gives Gabriella a gift. It is the ugliest necklace. It is a T with a red gem on it. It's the ugliest fucking necklace, and it's T as in Troy.
Yeah. I want to know.
It's
did
a
he
memento.
have that necklace, or did he like buy that for her?
That's a very good question, because they're different narratives. One. Mm-hmm. Listen, we love a thrifting queen, but also, like, if that was a gift for you and you are re-gifting it as a gift to your girlfriend, that says one thing. It's another thing if, like, you went out and bought your girlfriend a necklace with your initial on it. Not hers.
You're like, how do I proclaim to the world that this one's mine?
How do I stake my claim? This god-awful necklace.
Jesus Christ.
And we also established really, really quickly, two plans of Sharpay's. So Sharpay and Ryan are members of a country club that always has a talent show, and Sharpay enlists Kelsey, the lovely Kelsey, the pianist, to obviously will be Sharpay's pianist for the summer. Course. And Kelsey's like, I didn't wanna. Okay.
But, she's gonna get paid to do it, so, like, I guess.
Yeah. And Sharpay also reveals to Ryan that her plan for the summer is to get Troy to be her boyfriend.
Right. Also, one reoccurring gag, I guess, or bit, is that Troy and Gabriella still have not kissed. They are almost and then
they keep getting
Chad
interrupted.
is the reverse wingman and just, like, grabs him and is like, let's go.
Did they not kiss at the end of the first movie?
No.
What?
I'm pretty sure they didn't, because I remember being like, is there not a kiss in this movie? I guess it's Disney Channel, so yeah. I don't think they kissed at the end of one. You know what's funny?
I didn't clock that. I mean, I clocked they kept getting, like, cock-blocked on their kisses, but I didn't realize it was a recurring bit and that they still had not... Because they...
So like, the end of two...
They do kiss at the end of this movie.
Yeah, but it's their first kiss,
That's dumb.
That's dumb.
Dumb. First kiss on camera. All right.
Yeah.
We get a final reprise of the opening number where that takes them all outside, and oh my gosh, okay, it's summer, the bell rings. Cut to Troy's house.
Yeah.
Where
The
Troy
team
and
and
his
Coach
boys
Dad are practicing.
practice, but like come into the house after practice, like they've been out.
And we meet
shooting the
Troy's
hoops.
mom finally.
We do.
For 30 seconds.
There is the most chaotic little ensemble line, and I don't know if you clocked it, but they come into the kitchen, and as teenage boys are just Wolverines without the they're just like bottomless pits.
Yeah.
And so they go and they go to get snacks out of the fridge, and then one of them goes, "Time for milk," and grabs the milk gallon and pours them all. Like what kind of big dairy propaganda is Disney selling us in this
Honestly,
film?
it's big milk. They're pushing it. Though to be fair, mid-2000s was a big got milk time.
I guess so. And they were like, well, we're not having that, but we're definitely going to heavily product place the dairy
milk.
industry.
Jesus. You would expect Gatorade, right?
Right?
Right, Jesus Christ. So we also see Troy's mom, and she's like, please leave my house and go outside.
Yeah, you are stinky.
Yes. So we cut to this resort. It's called Lava Springs.
Lava Springs Country Club.
Yes.
In the middle of the Arizona desert.
Yes, because remember, this is
Utah.
Albuquerque.
Albuquerque. It's supposed to be Albuquerque. They filmed it in Utah.
Yes, they did.
But it's supposed to be Albuquerque.
So Sharpay and Ryan drive up in Sharpay's car, which has a
Sharpay's
license
Barbie
plate
convertible.
that says
Fabulous.
fabulous. I fucking can't.
And it has the SE Sharpay Evans like on the hood.
Jesus. They show up and we're
again,
introduced
I established
to
it before. Yeah. The waiter of this film.
The waiter of this film. God, what the fuck is his name? Fulton. Oh, one thing we didn't talk about. Okay, back to Troy's house. Troy receives a phone call.
Yes, I'm so sorry. We skipped
the
over
phone
this.
call.
I'm sorry.
We got so distracted by the
by
milk.
milk.
So Troy receives a phone call out of the blue, and we hear like bits and pieces of this, but we mostly hear his side of it, where he gets invited to work somewhere that his name was recommended, and they want to invite him to work.
Like they
but it
say,
is the country
it's the
club.
country club
Yeah.
on the call.
And
They're
he
like,
says,
and they say over the phone like, oh, we have a tradition of hiring wildcat students or whatever. They were like,
and so
bullshit.
Because of that, Troy is like, oh, I would love to do it, but only if you also hire Gabriella. Also, if you also hire
all
of my friends. And he says yes. So
and the voice on the other line says, sure, yeah, more the merrier.
Sounds great. So they are all hired. So we forgot about that bit.
Instantly. That's very important.
Yes.
Thank you for reminding me.
So
cut to whatever later day it is.
Yes.
Sharpay and Ryan pull up to the country club. Mm-hmm. They are guests. They have been guests
their parents
entire
own
lives.
the
Their parents are
club.
on the board.
Yeah.
They don't own it, but they're on the board, and they essentially are the board.
Yeah.
There is okay. Oh my god. We also established that the talent show that the country club does every summer is clearly like a Sharpay Evans creation.
Yeah,
and she reveals that she is the one behind Troy's job offer because it's all part of her great plan to have them get together.
So the club's manager is Fulton, and he meets them at the door, and she's the one who's like, hey, that hiring thing, did you get what I asked?
Did you take care of
it? And he's like, absolutely.
We then cut to the pool.
Yes.
Sharpay has 3 goons of her own at the pool. And we get Sharpay's filler song.
Is Sharpay our gangster?
Yeah, Sharpay's 100% our gangster.
Sharpay's our gangster. She has 3 goons that remain nameless.
3 goons. They're like Tiffany, Biffany, and Ashley. I don't know. Like
Tiffany, Biffany, and Ashley. Poor Ashley. She doesn't rhyme.
Couldn't they? I literally was just like,
she's the Veronica of the group.
We get the filler song.
Yes.
We get
Fabulous.
This fantastic filler song called Fabulous.
I have a question. One of the lines is iced tea imported from England.
From England. Okay, that's the first line of the song,
notoriously do not drink iced tea. It bamboozles them. What the fuck?
Listen, we are like 10 minutes into this film. If that's what you're like drawing the line on, we're gonna have a problem.
I did love her tankini that she was wearing because it's
all
Disney
tankinis,
Channel, so you
because
can't show your midriff.
I clocked that too. She's like, oh yes, she can wear stilettos around the pool, but God
forbid she wears a
show her
bikini
midriff.
top. Oh my god.
And it's a lot of like synchronized swimming.
Yes.
Pink
There's a pianist
beach
in the
balls
pool.
energy. There's a pink piano in the pool. I can't. At one point I thought I couldn't tell if it was Ryan or not.
I couldn't tell
All right,
either.
the song ends
Ugh.
with Sharpay seeing Troy enter the country club in
Yes.
slow motion. She's like,
Yes.
yes, my brilliant plan is coming together. And then he is followed by his friends.
Yeah, so part of it also is whenever she's first led in, her favorite lifeguard, she's like, remember all the things that I want. He's like,
Oh,
I've
right.
actually been promoted. We have a new lifeguard, but I've already told them everything that you prefer, so you shouldn't really feel an issue. And so she sees Troy walk in and sees him wave to someone, turns and sees that the new lifeguard is Gabriella. And she's yells,
So Sharpay's been hit
"No!"
with a 1-2 punch.
and then she
sees
turns
Troy
back
walking in
to
with all of
Troy,
his-
and all of the rest of the Wildcat team comes in. So it's
okay.
like a 1, 2, 3. She screams and
Yeah.
falls into the pool.
Falls in the pool.
On
Classic,
purpose.
Classic. And Gabriella has to save her because that's her job.
Yeah.
Is as a lifeguard.
I think she was hoping that Troy would get there first somehow, but it's literally
Oh,
Gabriella's
100%.
job to be the lifeguard.
I also don't know if she planned on. I don't think she planned to fall in the pool.
Oh,
I think
I thought
she
it was
so
totally
overwhelmed
a
by her
plan.
fury. No, because it seems like she loses her balance.
I don't know. It's been a week. So
Cut to Sharpay yelling at Fulton
Yes.
in his office, saying, she's like, I told you to just hire Troy. And he says, yeah, by any means
he
necessary.
like pulls out a notebook
These-
and like shows her written down words.
Yeah, this was the necessary. I had to run it by the board and it was approved.
Yeah.
And Sharpay's like, the board means their
Her
mom,
mom, yeah.
Sharpay and Ryan's mom. So Sharpay like cuts to Sharpay screaming at her mom
Yeah.
in a yoga class. And
Ryan,
I love this mom.
I love this mom. She's so zen, and Ryan is there, and like they both just start doing yoga, and she's just like, your sister carries a lot of tension. He's like, I know, I'm working on it. Like, it's so silly.
The juxtaposition of Sharpay being so angry and Ryan just being like, "Hi, mom, good to see you."
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, this is the problem,
Yeah.
and her it's funny. But Sharpay tells Fulton that she wants all of them being the Wildcats
Yeah.
that aren't Troy fired, or he is fired,
Well, and he says,
or is it
no? So he says,
or to get them to quit.
right. So he can't fire them because the board approved all of their hiring. So without cause, he can't fire them. So she's like, okay, then give them incredibly horrible jobs, the worst jobs possible.
Like, get them to
get
quit.
them to hate
Yeah.
it so much that they quit.
But not Troy.
But not Troy. So we go to the kitchen where they're all sort of playing around, and Fulton comes in.
God, imagine being a full-time chef.
I
at
think
this
about the
resort.
chefs that work there throughout this entire movie. I never stop thinking about
I
the
never
actual
see them-
employees of this.
But here's the thing, they're dancing in the background.
I know they get
they're
into
not-
it, which doesn't make sense.
Because it's a Disney movie.
I know.
Why would they be upset?
Oh my god. So
The music is contagious.
So Fulton tells everyone that they have like the worst jobs. They're like, "Oh, you guys aren't
Yeah,
going to
okay,
be."
so Chad and Troy are assigned the jobs of being like waiters and golf caddies.
Yes.
Taylor, God bless Taylor, is in charge of all member activities.
Oh.
Kelsey's obviously the pianist. Zeke gets to be a pastry chef, which is really exciting.
And then
I
Jason-
don't remember what Jason does. But I just wrote it. I don't remember why, but I wrote this note of I love how dumb Jason is.
I wrote Jason, bless. Like,
But what are we referencing?
so guys, Jason's great, but we don't know why. He's just a big
We don't
himbo.
remember
He has big
why.
himbo energy.
Big himbo. Also, Fulton lays down the 3-strike policy, which
Yes.
is like a 3 strikes and you're fired kind of a thing.
Yeah. Now he walks out, and everyone's kind of downcast by how aggressive this whole thing has been. And I'm like, oh, welcome to working.
Welcome to adulthood.
And Troy decides to sing a song to like rebuild their confidence.
To inspire the team because the jobs are harder than they thought they
Yes.
were going to be, and the song is
work this out.
Work this out.
And at which point
Lot
I
of
wrote,
dan-
lol, the chefs
kitchen
in the back watching
choreography.
these fucking teenagers. Because they like
we can
start
do it
hitting
together.
spoons on pots and like doing a beat thing, and it's just all these dishes they touch. I'm like, Jesus
I
fucking
literally
Christ.
wrote, my next line is like, imagine this being your adult job and having to deal with all these singing, dancing teenagers.
Get the fuck out.
This is a place of business.
Yeah.
Man, this is a Wendy's.
So this is a Denny's. So the song ends. They've all decide that they're gonna go for it and give it their all, and yeah.
Their spirits have been lifted through the power of musical theater. Cut to Troy taking Gabriella on a picnic on the golf course, because it's a golf resort. That's a big draw.
Yeah.
And they're like being sneaky about it. However, golf courses are enormous, and they picked the first golf hole like next to the building.
Honestly,
they could have gone so much deeper.
Go to the 9th hole, no one will ever see you.
Yes. But that's not important. What's important is what's established in this scene, which is that Troy is stressed out about getting a scholarship for college.
He doesn't think that he can afford it. But given the house that he lives in and the fact that his dad is like a high school gym teacher, essentially, and his mom is obviously the one making all the money, I'm like, I'm pretty sure you guys can afford it. But anyway.
I think they're fine. But yeah. Whereas Gabriella shares that she's actually just really, really... So Troy's stressed about his future.
Yes.
He's constantly thinking about the future. His scholarship depends on how well he plays basketball.
Yes.
Whereas Gabriella says, I'm just really excited to be in the same place that I'm familiar with for the summer, and I really just want to enjoy
spend
the
time
summer
with you.
And spend time with our friends.
Yeah.
So they're being pulled in different directions. Gabriella's very much like, let's be present now, and Troy's like, I'm just thinking about the future.
Cut to Sharpay spying on them from the top of a castle.
Like the roof.
Like
a tower.
It's like a turret.
It's a tower.
Yeah. So this tower has turrets, and she's spying there with Ryan, and so she sees them having this this sweet moment, and so she calls
Troy and Gabriella.
Yes. Yeah. So she calls Fulton on like a walkie-talkie. And it's like, turn on the sprinklers in section 4. So turn them on just as they're about to kiss.
The grass is looking dry.
Exactly. And so the sprinklers come on, but they end up like just running through the sprinklers and having fun, which honestly you absolutely would do.
Don't let
it's
it ruin
so
their
fun.
moment. But then cut to Fulton on the golf course chastising Troy and Gabriella, and Troy tries to take all the blame for it. He's like, this was my idea, please, like, don't blame her. And Fulton gives them both strikes, but he really only gives it to Gabriella because he's been instructed by Sharpay to keep Troy, but get Gabriella to quit.
Absolutely.
Or get her fired.
Cut to the next day. Troy and Gabriella come in, and they're getting ready to work, but they hear Kelsey playing
a lot
piano.
of scenes take place in the kitchen because that's where they clock in for work.
Yeah.
But you're right. Right in the other room, they hear Kelsey playing piano in what is essentially one of the many banquet halls.
Yes.
And Kelsey's super excited to see them, and she shares that she's
written this song
has big plans for... Well, she has big plans for everyone, all of the Wildcats for the talent show, and Troy's immediately like, haha, hard pass.
No.
That one musical I did this year was gonna be it for me. And Kelsey's like, oh, that sucks because I wrote a song for you both.
Oh,
like,
man.
you both being Troy and Gabriella.
Exactly. Troy says no, but Gabriella's like, oh, I will play it. I would love to hear the music. And Kelsey starts to sing quietly the song, You Are the Music in Me.
Mm-hmm. So she sings Troy's part.
Yes, and Gabriella starts to sing with her, and then Troy comes to the other side and starts to sing, and then Kelsey's just such a third wheel at that moment, because she's like in between these two while they're looking over her shoulder. It's just like, okay. But they continue singing, and eventually...
It's a sweet duet.
It's a really sweet duet, and all of their friends that were in the kitchen also hear them, so they all come in, and they join in, and it ends up this big group number.
Y'all, you are on the clock. Like, what are you doing?
I have so many questions. Poor Fulton,
but Taylor is one of
harassed by musical theater.
Taylor is there as one of the singers, and because she's in charge of all member coordination at 17, she has the talent show sign-up sheet in her hand,
of course
conveniently.
She does.
And Troy agrees to sign up, but only if I said that, Troy.
I thought you said toy.
Oh, I think I might have. Troy agrees to sign up.
Yes, if everyone does.
Everyone else
it's like a big group thing and not like a solo thing.
Yes. And also, Ryan overhears this all. Because we next see Ryan reporting his findings of everyone is joining the talent show, which is bad for Sharpay, to Sharpay and their
this talent show that Sharpay created, and she Michael hot glued this award together. It's honestly, I don't understand the stakes in this movie.
There are none.
No,
they're made up.
There's no stakes because this talent show doesn't matter. Anyway,
no,
they try and make it matter.
It's a country club talent show.
They try and make it matter.
They do,
but it doesn't. Anyway, so
it doesn't have the real world stakes that the first film did.
No.
All right. Sharpay is made aware of the latest with the talent
Yes.
show. In the kitchen, Fulton delivers the news to Troy and Chad that instead of being waiters today, they're actually going to be golf caddies.
Yes.
And it turns out that they are golf caddying for Sharpay and her family. So Sharpay, Ryan, and their mom is there, and then their dad arrives via helicopter.
The way did you notice that the music that he arrives to is like a more like orchestrated version of Fabulous?
No,
So like hers is like all poppy and his is just like string orchestra and like yeah, and then it's fabulous.
That makes me so happy. Oh, that makes me so happy.
The way this family plays
Wow.
golf is wild. Wild.
I mean, I don't come from a golf family, and I've never played. I know this is wrong.
I have played golf precisely 3 times, and
mini golf doesn't count.
No, I'm talking about golf.
Because I can't even say that. I've never played golf.
So anyway, the way they play golf is wild, and I don't quite know how to explain it because I don't know enough about golf to explain why it's crazy, but it is crazy.
Okay, what I will say is the whole family and then Chad and Troy set out for the golf course.
Yes.
And Troy is assigned to caddy for Sharpay's father, and Chad the mother.
Yes.
Surprise! Troy actually knows a lot about golf and bonds with Sharpay's dad about it, and Sharpay is just like
golf
fantastic.
team for this school. This school has so many sports.
Too many,
Too
one
many.
might say.
Um,
But Sharpay keeps dragging Troy along and like keeping him involved in the conversation. Essentially, Chad gets left behind in the dust.
Yeah.
To the point
along with Ryan,
where
Ryan also gets left behind.
Chad definitely clocks that Sharpay is trying. So Sharpay's dad has connections with the University of Albuquerque, and Chad immediately clocks that Sharpay's using her dad's connections to get Troy a scholarship.
Yes.
But definitely for her own selfish reasons, because she wants Troy to thank her and like her and
be her
feel
boyfriend.
and be her boyfriend, and also just like feel like he owes her one, and that is to be her
You know
boyfriend.
what's a great way to start a relationship? Debt.
Lies.
Debt. Anyway,
All right.
So she's also hoping
To
that
make
this will
things
convince him
worse.
to like sing with her at the
Yeah.
talent show. This is also about the talent show
Yes.
performance, and he
Oh,
wants.
because I don't think we mentioned that when Sharpay first mentions the talent show when they are arriving at the golf course, at the country club.
Yeah.
She mentions that her goal is to get Troy to sing with her
Yes.
in the talent show, because obviously he'll fall in love with her in the process.
Because that's how theater works.
Listen,
It's called a showman's for a reason.
it's called the showman's rehearsal. You're not wrong. You're just wrong some of the time.
So, so there.
To make things worse,
Yes.
after golf, Chad gets pulled for waiter duty, but Troy
He's
gets
invited to dinner.
invited to have dinner with Sharpay's family.
Yeah.
Because there are going to be people dining with them at dinner that are going to have connections with his future athletic scholarships.
University of
And that means
Albuquerque.
Troy's friends have to
Wait
wait
on
on
Troy.
him and be his waiter.
Yeah. Now at dinner, Sharpay is all over him and very touchy-feely, and she kind of eventually forces him to promise to sing with her at some point, because someone, I think, they start
yeah.
playing piano, and she mentions, oh, not only is Troy incredible at sport, but he sang in the winter musical last year. And so they're like, oh, well, it would be great to hear you sing. And he goes, hard pass. But
Yeah.
she keeps pushing it until he eventually, under pressure, promises
She
to
forces
sing with her
him
at some
to
point.
promise at the talent show.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. They'll sing together at some point.
Yeah.
It's not established at the talent show yet.
Yes.
But it's a promise under duress.
Yeah.
Finally, Troy extricates himself from. I think extricates is a word.
Okay.
Gets himself out of this dinner.
Yeah.
And makes it to the kitchen. There's a great moment of physical comedy where he just like has like a frustration yell. And then he looks at his watch. This dummy is an hour late to his dinner with Gabriella.
Oh, previously, this is going to be a lot of us going back, because a lot fucking happens in the in-between, but there is a moment where Troy is like, hey, do you want to meet me for dinner by the pool to Gabriella? And they say yes.
Oh, yeah.
We forgot about that.
Yeah,
So he was late.
the romantic date. It's like going on a date on the grounds of where you work. No. But then we get our cut song. So the next song was cut from the...
I think that's why I didn't remember it.
Yeah.
Because I think I've only seen this movie
we're gonna
once, and I think I saw it when it was like on TV.
Yeah, when it ran after it was released, this next song was cut from following releases because it's a dumb, pointless song. And it was cut for time.
And it's bad.
Still dumb?
But it does have my favorite moment. It has my favorite moment in it.
Troy is in the kitchen. He's trying to clock out. Fulton grabs him. He was like, I have one more task for you. I'm sorry. And it's essentially, he like tricks Troy. He's like, you gotta come over here and like do this thing. And Troy gets led out to this outdoor stage. And his task is to sit and watch Sharpay and Ryan perform their song for the talent show, which is Huma
Huma Nuka Nuka Apawa'a. Okay, so
thank you.
I would like to give a quick shout out to our friend Charlie.
To Charlie.
Because while we were at the aquarium in Hawaii. I saw this fish name and I was like, man, how do you even pronounce that? And without missing a beat, she was like, Huma Huma Nuka Nuka Apawa'a. And I was like, I'm sorry, explain yourself.
What? Explain how you know that.
And she was like, do you not remember this song from High School Musical 2? And I did not remember, and I think it's because I saw a version of it that did not have this song. But man, she sent me the video and I was overwhelmed.
Horrified. Here's the thing. I remembered this was a song.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I ever saw this full film.
Okay.
So I didn't like listen to this soundtrack and immediately knew.
No, like I knew
saw
Fabulous
the name,
and like
yeah.
You Are the Music of Me.
No, and the golf course song.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, no, and I Don't Dance. Oh, God, there's so many bangers in this one.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about
that song.
All right.
Okay.
But
this is so crazy.
Oh my God.
It is insane. There's at one point where so they're doing this whole story about a princess from Hawaii played by Sharpay, problematic.
Naturally.
And where a fish, this fish, the national fish of Hawaii, not national, the state fish of Hawaii.
State fish.
Is like her prince turned into a fish. I just hit my ukulele on the wall.
I wonder if it's based on a real
I don't
myth.
know, but there is a moment, so they're doing all of this, her goons are there as backup. Ryan is doing the most and deserves the world. And
yes,
there is a moment, Troy keeps trying to leave, but Sharpay goes over and pushes him back into the chair and says, this is where it leans into kabuki. And I lost my goddamn mind.
I screamed.
Then there's a rap section. I can't. Then there's a moment where Ryan, this is my favorite moment. Ryan is like doing all of these sound effects. He takes a swig of water, gargles into the microphone for a sound effect, and then spits it out and throws a full water bottle off stage. I fell out of my chair.
See, the moments I enjoyed most in this song is, so after the whole kabuki thing, Troy is then dragged up on stage and is forced to sing, but he refuses. And he gets assigned things by Sharpay in the moment that Ryan was supposed to do
so
as
mad.
The other part of the song.
Yes.
And Ryan essentially throws a fit whilst also finishing the lyrics and the choreography, but like in the angriest way. And the song culminates in Troy getting crowned as this prince instead of Ryan, who did the choreography.
Yeah, and did the gargling.
This is not what we rehearsed.
He ran around throwing behind him a blue fabric to indicate the ocean. It is chaos. This song is chaos.
Mm-hmm. And I understand why it was cut, but we were robbed. You specifically were robbed.
So
anyway, the song ends, and Sharpay immediately turns to Troy, being like, "What do you think?"
Yeah, and
he asks her, honestly, quite blank, "Hey, do you ever think about just like singing and not adding like all of these performances?" He just says all of this, meaning these
pointing to all of her
insane fire features and performative elements. Like, do you ever just think about what it's like
song?
If you just sing? And it's like a brain blast for her. She's like, yes, I see it now. You, me, a microphone, an empty stage, a spotlight.
Yes.
And Troy's just like, oh, this is,
oh no,
I like your shoes. And then he runs away.
Honestly, this is the funniest moment as well, where he's just like, and he looks so genuine for a brief moment where he's just like, are those new shoes? And she's like, yes, I love it. And then turns around and then turns back and he's gone.
And he's gone. Anyway, Troy finally makes it to his date with Gabriella at the pool, and they jump in and they're cute, but then they get caught by Fulton, and that's two strikes.
Yep. Cut back to Troy's house. He's talking with Coach Dad about how about how he felt
about the weird dinner.
About this dinner where his friends were waiting on him and he felt super weird about it. Oh, also at the dinner at one point, this is going to happen so much where we go back. At the dinner at one point, one of the men at the table who's a part of the University of Albuquerque was like, "Oh, I saw you make that final shot. That was really incredible." And he was like, "Oh, well, actually," and Chad's right next to him serving the dinner. And he's like, "Chad here was the one who like blocked this thing and passed me the ball. So it's like, I wouldn't have been able to do that if it wasn't for him." And then Sharpay is like, "Oh, but like you were the one who made the basketball goal, whatever, sport
basket."
And so so he felt.
However, that's not true.
That's not true. I saw that fun fact too.
That's not how that game went.
That's not how that game went per the previous movie.
Sure.
So Troy ends up having this conversation with his dad where he felt really uncomfortable with this dinner, about how like he was being given a lot of these privileges and his friends weren't, and he's like, "That's not what I wanted this summer to be. I feel like it's putting a rift between us. I don't like how it made me feel." And his dad is kind of weird about it, and he's like, "You need to focus on yourself and on your future. If this gets you a scholarship, then it's all worth it." Which is kind of fucked considering that he's the coach of all of these other guys as well.
Yeah, but in that moment he's being a dad.
Yeah.
And I hear both sides of this. I don't like how it was executed, and I don't think it was as much of a teachable moment as it could have been.
Yeah.
But in terms of, like, do you remember the pressure of in your junior year of high school? There was so much pressure, and it's a thing of, like, you should still be supportive of your friends and stand up for them. The fact that Troy's aware that he's getting special treatment is good to be aware of and to call that out.
Yes. And to use that special privilege that you're getting to try and pull your friends with you.
Yeah. And I can cut this if I want, but at the same time, like, friendship doesn't get you into college.
That's not very High School Musical of you, Anna.
That's not, I'm sorry. Just a sniper bullet comes through my window and Disney takes me down.
Get your head in the game, Anna.
Kill shot. Her head wasn't in the game. For those listening, no. I mimed shooting a gun at Grace after she said, "Get your head in the game."
Oh man!
All right,
that's funny as hell. Okay, so
get your head in the game. Boom! Ka-chow!
Ka-chow! So, all right.
The next day, we're going off the rails.
The next day, Troy and Gabriella make a lunch date. But Gabriella's pulled away before they can finalize plans, and Fulton promotes Troy. He's gonna be paid
in front of everyone.
He's gonna be paid. So the job is like golf coach for younger kids. So like the kids of the parents who are there for this country club experience. He's going to be their like teacher, and he's going to be paid $500 a week. He's going to have club privileges, like he gets his own golf cart.
It's like a salary job with
it's
benefits.
A salary job. $500 a week is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So
in 2007, in a recession,
could only. Well, this was pre-recession, and you can tell.
Was it? Okay, that's fair. Troy. And even Troy says, like, "I don't know that much about golf." And Fulton's like, "You'll be great.
Just make sure they know which end of the club to hold." It's like, okay.
And when Fulton is showing Troy, like, he gets his own locker now, Fulton makes it very clear that you can use all the club's facilities and these privileges,
but no one else.
But no one else can. None of your friends can, because they are not salaried employees.
Yes.
And this is all thanks to the Evans family, Sharpay's family.
So, cut to him teaching these kids how to golf. It's going pretty much how you would expect a bunch of, like, 7 to 10-year-olds.
6-year-olds,
learning how to golf.
Like, hold the right end of the club.
One kid is just whacking the grass. Then, who should appear but Sharpay?
Okay. Pause. Sharpay arrives about 5 seconds after an unnamed ensemble actor who is a caddy comes up to Troy and he was like, hey, your 11:30 lesson is here.
Yeah.
That actor's mouth does not move. That is a line that was added in post. I went back and rewatched it 3 times.
Oh no!
And I don't know if that was a background actor that was just getting a background day rate.
And so they couldn't have him speak.
Or they just added that line later, but that actor did not get paid for that line.
R.I.P.
I will say. And I was so mad. I was like, Disney, pay that actor
your
to say
actors.
those things.
Jesus.
Oh my god. Anyway.
All right.
Sharpay
is his
it turns out,
11:30.
is Troy's 11:30 lesson. She even has pink golf balls.
And she's so bad.
Is she doing it on purpose, though?
Well, so we find that out. So she's like...
We find out later.
She's like failing to hit it, and she's like, oh, show me how to hold the club. Like, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
She like throws it at one
energy.
point, but she pressures him into singing again. And
I don't remember how.
I don't remember how either, but she does.
I wrote that she tells him about all of the... Oh, you know what it is? She tells him that all of the University of Albuquerque scholarship board people will be at the talent show.
Right.
And so she says, like, you would be really good
if
to show how multifaceted you are.
Scholarship, I feel like this is
Disney.
This is them
It's
trying
Disney.
to make this talent show important. This is the plot trying to make this talent show
I
important.
can really see them
really
strong-arming
isn't.
this plot.
But he teaches her...
And then she guilts him.
Yes.
Yeah, she guilts him into, like, reminding, like, you promised to sing with me, and this would be really good for you.
Yes.
In front of, like, to show these scholarship people that you can do other things.
While this is happening, a bunch of his friends, including Taylor...
Chad, Gabriella, and Taylor.
Yes. See him with Sharpay. And, like, teaching her to golf. And like
which means like hands around her, like there's body
showing
contact,
this how to swing it, a whole deal.
You know, that sexy sport.
Yes, golf. They see all of this, and Taylor makes a comment to Gabriella that like he should know better. Like she's obvious, like Sharpay's obviously trying
Troy's
to
being
like
swayed.
He's being manipulated, whole deal. But Taylor's very anti-Troy right now, which, fair enough.
After Troy walks away, we do see Sharpay successfully hit the ball.
Easily.
And clearly
like,
she knows how to play.
So then, I have a note. Troy is invited to lunch with what I assume are famous sport people.
Yeah, okay, so...
I don't remember how this
Mr.
happens.
Evans, Sharpay's dad has arranged for Troy... Okay, I'm remembering this.
They're like
Troy
in the lobby?
Troy runs into Sharpay's dad, who is with a bunch of University of Albuquerque basketball players.
Are these supposed to be college players and not like...
Yeah, they're supposed to be college players, but like good college players.
Okay.
I think.
I don't know enough about college basketball to know if University of Albuquerque is actually a good basketball.
I don't know either. They're pro-ish basketball players. And Mr. Evans invites Troy to come along and scrimmage with them because he knows how much he likes basketball. And Troy immediately agrees, and this confirms Taylor and Gabriella's suspicions that he's letting this new job and responsibility and like get this all going to his head. He's getting a big head.
Yeah.
So Sharpay finds Kelsey. I think it's in the banquet hall. And
there's a moment that happens beforehand. So they're at lunch with all of these famous people. And the last time Troy was at lunch with
Who's they?
all of so Troy and Sharpay and the dad are all at lunch with the basketball people. And the last time something like this happened, Troy was obviously very uncomfortable. We heard that conversation.
Yes.
Chad comes over and is serving the lunch and is like obviously excited to see these basketball players there. And Troy is just like, oh, I asked for the burger with Swiss and not cheddar, and sends food back like a dick.
Yeah, and doesn't introduce Chad to this like famous basketball player, just like treats him like a server.
Yeah.
And that's when Chad goes up to Taylor and Gabriella being like, I don't know who that guy is. That's not Troy Bolton. That's not my friend.
No. So that's when, then we cut to Sharpay at the piano with Kelsey.
Yes, and Sharpay is demanding Kelsey give her the duet that Kelsey wrote for Troy and Gabriella, and and Sharpay and Troy will be singing that for the talent show.
Yes.
It's at this moment that Ryan learns this, and he's like, well, what about our song? What about the Huma Huma Nuka Nuka Apua? And she's like, it's cut. It'll be fine. And Ryan realizes that Sharpay would literally throw him under a bus.
Yes.
To get her way and
Ryan.
perform with Troy. Oh God, we love Ryan.
So
then we see Troy and Gabriella like meet outside the building, and Gabriella kind of gives him a hard time, calling him out, being like, you've bailed on a lot of things right now. And he's like, no, it's just this job. It's this new job. And she goes, this seems like a new Troy.
Yes.
And not you can't blame the job. Like, there are consequences to your choices. Poorly.
And he's like, oh, well, I'm about to go and do this thing, but like we can hang out afterwards. And she's like, did you forget about the staff baseball game that you promised that you would be a part of? And he obviously had. Just then, his basketball
boys
people
come out.
Troy's
friends come out and he had promised to like play basketball with them before the game later, and the University of Albuquerque basketball players pull up in a car, and Troy had promised to go scrimmage with them, and Troy chooses these new people over his friends. Absolutely. He bails on the game and he bails on the scrimmage.
Yes. And everyone's real pissed about it. On the way to the staff basketball game, Taylor and Gabriella are riding
baseball.
To the baseball game, sorry. Taylor and Gabriella are riding in a golf cart, and they run into Ryan, and he's obviously very upset by the whole thing with his sister, and they're like, oh, are you coming to the baseball game? And he's like, I'm not staff, I'm not invited. She was like, everyone's invited, so come on.
And Ryan wasn't even supposed to have the availability if he wanted to, because he was supposed to be rehearsing with Sharpay at this time, but she bailed on their rehearsal because she changed the song. Yeah. So Ryan tags along, and
he ends up joining a team.
Baseball game.
Yeah.
Yes.
So not only is he's not just watching, he's participating.
Yeah. And Chad calls him out. He's like, oh, I bet Sharpay sent you here to spy on us. And Ryan's like, yeah, Sharpay definitely would have sent me here to spy on you.
Oh, yeah, to see, like, what they're doing for that.
And Chad and the players say, like, well, we're not even going to do it anymore now that Troy has bailed on us. Whereas Gabriella then suggests, well,
Ryan's really good at this.
Troy right now, but, like, Ryan's a really good director. Maybe he should direct you guys in the talent show.
And we can all put something together. And that's when Chad says the funniest line. I don't dance. Boy, what have you been doing this whole time? We just sang about this.
The thing is, I think we just sang about this. I think the beginning of that sentence is Chad saying, maybe I'll like do some singing or whatever, but I don't dance and don't give me choreography. And then we get an extended dance break.
I know. So this
is one of the best songs.
This song
in the film.
So good. Is this my homework? Potentially.
Also, like, it's nice to get to see Ryan and Chad shine.
They are flirting up a storm in this fucking show.
I love it.
The sexual tension between these two, wild.
You can't say that. We're gonna get assassinated by Disney. Again. A second time.
Oh my god. So this song is basically just Ryan trying to convince the rest of the Wildcats to take part of this talent show, but them sort of pushing back on it. And it's happening during this baseball game. So we get a lot of fun baseball choreography. It's great.
Baseball puns, baseball bat choreography.
Yes. And they are flirting. There's a trumpet
breaks.
Playing during the dance break. It reminds me of the dancing soccer. It was amazing. The Wildcats, their team versus the staff, I'm assuming, since it was split up, that Ryan's a part of, the Wildcats end up winning, and Ryan's a little bit sad and like sort of walks away. But just as he's about to leave, Chad is like, well, I'm not saying that I'll dance, but if I did, what would you have me do? And Ryan gives this little smirk, and I'm like, they're gonna fuck!
Oh, the fan fiction that's been written.
The fan fiction.
Sure. All right.
Cut to
Troy in a basketball gym.
Yep.
Scrimmaging with these
sport guys.
University of Arizona players.
He's so short.
And his dad, he's so short. Troy's dad is also there sitting next to Mr. Evans talking about Troy, and there are scouts behind them just watching the players.
Sure.
I don't know. They're goons in suits. I don't know their purpose.
Truly.
Yeah, at one point they take a break, and Troy gives Gabriella a call, and she doesn't answer the phone.
Right.
And we see she doesn't answer the phone because she's busy bonding with Ryan, and all the Wildcats are hanging out with Ryan.
And Ryan and Chad have swapped hats and outfits, and I'm like, that's because they boned and they put on each other's clothes. Anyway.
No, it's because there was a line that was cut, but okay. There was a line that was cut, like a dare of like, oh, if I lose. Okay. I think your logic also works. It doesn't... Both things
If I danced, what would you make me do? Fuck. They fuck, and then they swap clothes.
Swap clothes.
Done.
Yeah. Cut to the next day. Ryan and Gabriella are chatting by the pool.
Yes.
And she asks him to show her how, like, the swing step that he did yesterday does, and he does. And that means he has to put his arm around her. Yeah, and he has to put his hand on her hip, and Troy catches them in the moment. And it would be awkward if Ryan wasn't so obviously gay. Obviously gay.
It's like, what are you...
But Troy has no gaydar.
No.
That's the moral of this film.
I think that's
Troy
more
has no
accurate, is not that anyone except for Troy is confused about Ryan's sexuality.
Yeah.
Disney and Troy are confused about Ryan's sexuality, and that is
about Ryan's sexuality.
Anyway, so Troy's super jealous, and he's a bit of a dick about it.
Yeah, and Gabriella doesn't do anything to, like, combat his gaydar.
Why would
like,
she?
Yeah, she doesn't, Or just to be like, oh, there's a misunderstanding because you have no gaydar. Chad and Troy then get into a fight in the kitchen. Yes. And Chad tells Troy that he's not a good basketball captain anymore. He's not a good captain because he's not thinking of the team.
Yeah. And
friendship over.
It's like, you're not the guy that I've been friends with for 10 years. Now, cut to a rehearsal.
It's the night of the show, y'all.
Is it the night of the show?
I'm sorry. I'm so wrong. This is the day before the talent show.
Okay.
I thought it's the dress rehearsal for the talent show. It's nighttime, and that's what threw me off.
So Sharpay and Troy are rehearsing a version of "You Are the Music in Me," and doesn't it start a little bit like what he had suggested, which is just the two of them?
It starts kind of simple, and then there are pyrotechnics.
And oh my god, she has a pink tulle tail on this like silverly like dress. It honestly had big Maisie energy from Seussical.
Oh yeah. And the song has taken a very Britney Spears pop star aspect. There's backup dancers. Troy is incredibly overwhelmed.
And flinching from all of the effects. Yes, there's fire. Yeah. I would absolutely be terrified.
I was not warned. I did not consent to fire. And Troy tries to talk to Kelsey about this because Kelsey's still playing piano.
But very upset.
But Sharpay pulls him back and he just...
Like, he sings his part, the song, but he's obviously not
so uncomfortable.
Yeah. And then at the end, she's like, this was amazing. Imagine how great it will be, like, us singing together all the time. And he has a quick vision of her in a wedding dress. And he's like, I need some air. And just leaves.
And he bails and he never returns.
Yes. So he goes to play some basketball to burn off some steam, but he's just like by himself and he hears music. And
then it's the next day.
Is that the next day?
I was unclear of. I think the performance was the day before because now it's daytime. Troy vents his feelings to himself through basketball.
As you do.
And then he discovers the Wildcats.
Yes.
Rehearsing their own number without him, and Ryan is there helping direct it. Yes. And Troy feels left out.
Yes. Just then, as they're wrapping up, he hears Sharpay coming because she's in heels, and he sort of hides himself behind a plant.
Hides behind a bush.
A conveniently placed plant. And so she comes out and she sees Ryan with the Wildcats.
She also hides as well because the rehearsal is over.
Right.
Everyone files out because they're done and they have to go back to work.
Yeah.
Sharpay then confronts Ryan with only the drummer there to witness.
Yes.
And she's like, how could you do this? You're turning into one of them. Very much an us versus them construct that she's
I think that's a compliment.
Created. Yeah. And then he leaves.
Yeah.
So Troy has overheard this.
Yes. Now, cut to her looking like Paris Hilton.
Yeah, she just becomes Paris Hilton
Truly.
in this film.
Because she has the tiny dog, she has the two blonde low pigtails. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So she goes to Fulton. Poor Fulton, our forever waiter.
Poor Fulton.
And she says...
This is when I was really like, oh god, Fulton is the waiter of this film. I love him.
Ugh. She orders Fulton to ban all staff members from performing in the talent competition. He's like, that's like one of the only reasons like people enjoy this is because the staff gets to get together and do something and like participate as a part of this. Like we can't, like I don't think that and she says, no, ban it.
And Fulton sticks up for them. He's like, that's not the best idea.
Yeah.
This is something the staff really look forward to. It builds camaraderie.
Yeah.
And then when she pushes back, he's like, also remember, a lot of these staff members are your classmates.
Yeah.
They're not just like random people. These are people you have to see every day at school. But Sharpay does not care.
Nope.
Eyes on the prize, laser focused.
Yep. Cut to Fulton telling Taylor that to like pass out these flyers saying that all staff members are banned, and he
doesn't read it aloud. He just like gives her the flyers, and she says like, "Well, I don't understand. What is this?" And Fulton has a mental breakdown.
And he's just like, "I need this job. I have to pay bills. I have so much that I have debt." Like he just goes into a full rant, and Taylor is like, "Do you need tea?" He's like, "Yes." And he sits down and she like dries him off to get him some tea to calm him down. Poor man.
He's so stressed about keeping his job.
He is harassed by the concept of musical theater.
He is. And also he's harassed by the concept of Sharpay Evans.
Yes.
It's not the musical theater that's making it's not Footloose.
No.
It's not the musical theater that's making his life miserable.
It's Sharpay.
It's Sharpay Evans through the proxy of this talent show.
So cut to does this happen at the pool? Gabriella confronts Sharpay.
So first Taylor delivers the news to everyone, and all the Wildcats immediately clock that, oh, this has Sharpay written all over it. This was not Fulton's doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then, you're right, Gabriella goes up to Sharpay and confronts her at the pool.
Yes.
So it's particular, like, I can't even, it's not about, what Gabriella says, it's not even about that you're disappointing like all of your fellow Wildcats, your classmates. It's that your brother worked so hard on this number and you don't even care. And Sharpay throws like Troy back in Gabriella's face about how like Gabriella has risked Troy's job because they keep getting caught breaking the rules and that's Gabriella's fault. Yeah. And Gabriella calls Sharpay on her bullshit and quits. Yeah. She's like, I don't need this.
Now, Troy overhears this entire conversation as well, and once Sharpay leaves, he goes to Gabriella and tries to convince her to stay, but
he's like, I'm still me.
Gets a ballad.
She's like, you've changed.
Called Gotta Go My Own Way.
We get the best breakup song. Ugh. I gotta go my own way.
Yeah, and she returns his necklace at the end of this song. Amazing. It's so aggressively dramatic.
That gaudy necklace.
I know.
And she walks. Okay, I have a note. So they have this "Gotta Go My Own Way" song. She walks away from him. She's a sad montage in the locker room of getting her stuff, and then she walks out of the building across a bridge, and that's where like the penultimate moment of the song comes. As they have this duet, like, "What about us?" Yeah. It's so good. However, she's walking towards the golf course. That is not an exit, ma'am. You need to go in the opposite direction, but it's dramatic. They do that.
You have to have a bridge. Cut to Troy's bedroom. I have questions about his bedroom. So, on his headboard, there is a giant basketball. He also has a framed picture of himself. Not his family, but just him.
Himself. It's his basketball portrait.
Yeah, and that's in his bed. If it was in his parents' room, I could buy that. But no, he just
or like on the mantelpiece
of his own volition in his room. He has a framed picture of himself, and on his headboard is a big old basketball. I fucking can't. Anyway, so
for once, I will say, Dad isn't the villain.
No,
Sharpay is the villain of this film.
Absolutely.
Dad was kind of the villain last
a little
film.
bit, yeah.
And Dad says, like, you know, the scholarship's important, but you've lost yourself along the way. That's not a direct quote, but that is the vibe.
That is the vibe, yes.
Troy returns to work the next day to discover none of his friends are talking to him.
Yes.
They avoid him, and he's like, okay, I was acting like a dick, but like, I don't think I deserve this.
And
Kelsey then shows Troy, like, slides the notice from Fulton about no staff participating in the talent show.
Yes.
And Troy's like,
fuck.
Oh, fuck this. Now, I have a question. Yeah. Did that piece of paper stipulate that because Troy is salaried, he is allowed to perform and all the others can't?
No.
Because he's technically staff.
Yeah.
And that could have been such a great moment of like, well, if they can't perform, I can't perform.
I'm
like,
staff.
That's where I thought it was going to lead.
But no, then we get the dumbest
the best song.
I love it so much. So
I was about to fight you for it. I was like, what do you mean the dumbest song?
Oh, it's so dumb.
It's dumb.
Look at his dumb face the whole time. The reflections. I fucking can't. So we get the song.
So this
Bet
discovery
on it.
that Troy's friends can't even perform in this talent show leads him to question his own motivations.
Of course.
And we get the song Bet on It. And it is just Troy angrily frolicking around this golf course.
I love the hyper exposure that they did on this to make the grass seem greener. The grass is not real in terms of its color. It's so silly.
See, you know what I'm angry about?
What?
There is no lighting continuity.
No.
This song takes place at dawn, at dusk, and at midday.
He spent the whole day just running around this golf course. I will say, so I'll give my gripe now.
Okay.
So with a couple of songs in this, they feel like just like pop songs that you would hear with like backing vocals.
Like all of Sharpay's
Like all of
songs.
Sharpay's songs, like the breakup song, I'm pretty sure as well.
I gotta go my own way.
Yeah. So
what about us?
So there's multiple
What
voices.
about everything we've been through? I'm sorry.
Anna, I'm griping.
Alright, I'm done. I'm done.
So with songs like this, where there are backing vocals, but there is not an obvious chorus in the background, I find it very distracting, and it makes the lip syncing that they're doing worse. And I can't tell which vocal is supposed to be the lead person, because it's multiple vocals. It's not like there's a chorus in the background singing those vocals. It's literally just him in the frame, and it's unclear. It just muddies the song and pulls me out of it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Where there's just multiple vocals where I don't know where those vocals are coming from, except for just like the ether of musical theater. But like,
let's talk about the ether of musical theater.
But do you know what I mean? Like, this happened a bunch
I do.
And it really only happens in like,
I was gonna say, what are the other solos that?
So Fabulous definitely has it, but there's so many other people there, and she has ensemble members, so it didn't pull me out of it, because I'm like, any backing vocals could be literally anyone at this pool, and that's fine. But the breakup song also had backup vocals, and it was just the two of them, so it made no sense, and it pulled me out of it.
See,
and
okay,
then
I don't think I clocked it,
and then
so
Bet on It as well
me.
has backup vocals, and it's just him, and I'm just like, so which vocal line is him? It was all very confusing to me. So that's my biggest gripe.
I mean, Zac Efron did sing his own songs in this, and I wonder if they did that because he needed, like, it wasn't good enough
I don't know.
Just him?
I don't know. But they did it for Vanessa Hudgens too, so...
Yeah.
Anyway. Then we get his reflection.
Oh my god! That reflection, there's, like... it's a who is that girl I see moment. But it's also calling back to that moment in the first film where he's like, my head's in the game, but my heart's in the song. Like, he's just torn. The reflection is so bad.
Oh, because it's obviously like a superimposed CGI thing. And he's so serious. Oh god, it's so funny.
So serious.
My other Anna, have you seen Bet It Go?
No. What is that?
It's Let It Go, but the visual is this song, and it matches more than it should.
I have.
Okay,
I have.
That's my true homework is Bet It Go, and then maybe I Don't Dance.
I thought you were saying it was this song, but they rearranged the order of the words.
No,
like they cut it.
No.
Okay,
it's Let It Go, but to the video of this. It's so good. Perfect. No notes.
It's
10 out of 10.
Excellent. 10 out of 10. No notes. Okay, the song ends. Now it's the day of the show, and Troy goes right up to Sharpay
and says, fuck you.
And he says, fuck you. I wish. He says, I'm not doing the show. And he confronts her about how she's treated all his friends. And he says, I care more about what my friends think of me than, like, what these college recruiters think of me. Which is, like, again, okay, I hear the logic in terms of Disney plot. However, friendship does not get you into college. I just... But do you hear?
No, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Gripe. I'm just like, I hear you. I'm not saying it's a bad message, but it can't be the only message.
Yeah. I also don't remember what happens in High School Musical 3, so I don't remember where they all go to school.
I don't know either. I don't know if I've ever seen it.
I saw it once. They were in a tree.
I think the message of, like, what?
They were in a tree at one point. We'll get there.
Okay. God. Okay. I agree in Troy confronting Sharpay, standing up for his friends, belated, but still standing up for his friends.
Yes.
and saying, like, you've treated my friends like shit, and that's not acceptable.
Yeah.
Then Ryan, and then Sharpay goes to Ryan being like, all right, my duet's off with
is back on.
Troy, like, get into your tiki costume, and he's like,
I sold that shit.
I'm not doing that. He sold his tiki costume.
Yeah.
And so Sharpay is SOL.
Yeah.
She gets no performance.
Not at all.
Because Troy's not doing it, and
And
Ryan's
no one's
not doing
performing
it.
with her. In the kitchen, Troy
She
apologizes.
doesn't have a solo prepared, which I find hard to believe.
In the kitchen, Troy apologizes and makes up with the Wildcats, so everyone's all friends.
Oh yeah, because
again.
Kelsey was there to witness Troy calling Sharpay out.
Yes.
So Chelsea immediately reported what happened.
Of course,
to Chad.
you must.
But they apologize. Troy apologizes and makes up with Chad. Yeah. Ryan then comes into the kitchen, and Troy apologized to Ryan, being like, I'm so sorry that you put all that hard work into that routine and Sharpay axed it.
Yeah.
And then Ryan says to Troy, he's like, listen,
I still love
sister's
my
a
sister.
pain in the ass, but I don't want to see her fail, so maybe you should sing the duet with her.
And he says he will, but only if the staff is allowed to perform their number as well. So the word spreads.
Which is what I think is going to happen.
Yes, so the word spreads and the staff is allowed to perform. All good to go.
Yes.
Now, right before they're supposed to go on, like 15 minutes before curtain, Ryan comes up to Troy and is like, Sharpay's changed the number. Here's a new song. And he's like, I have to learn a new song in 15 minutes?
Ryan is the ultimate swindler.
Ryan is the swindler of this movie. King. I love it.
Yeah, Ryan goes up to Troy and he's like, okay, you're good to sing with Sharpay? Cool, thanks for doing that. That's a solid. Then we all get to do our song. However, she's changed the song. Surprise, learn it.
Yeah.
Then Fulton finds Sharpay. She's like, you have to get on stage right now.
Yeah.
Troy finds Sharpay and he's like, yeah, okay, I'll sing this song with you because I keep my promises.
Yes, but why did you change the song last minute? And she's like, what?
What are you talking about?
Surprise!
I didn't.
Ryan swindled everyone. Oh man, and then there's this savage moment where Ryan is behind her and she's like, but I didn't learn a new song. And he goes up behind her and he whispers, exactly. And then walks on stage.
Yes.
This bitch.
Yes.
The savagery. I loved it. Ugh.
But we also tricked Troy because Troy goes
Troy
out on
deserves
stage.
to be tricked.
Like, Troy goes out first to start singing, and then surprise, Gabriella learned the other half of the song. However, this is immersive theater. Gabriella is in the back
of the audience,
which is just like
tables on the golf course.
Lawn.
Yeah.
And there's a crowd of the other. Okay, hold on. I've skipped the part where, Troy goes on stage.
Yes.
He starts singing. But there is a moment while he is singing that all of the waiters, which are all the Wildcats, like catch each other's eyes and disappear. Imagine you paid $500, $600, $700 a seat for this child's talent show, and all of your fucking waiters disappear. Because they have to perform now.
This whole thing is I am bamboozled.
And you know where they all disappeared? They are in the back of, I will say the house, but it's just a lawn. They are in a crowd in the back, and Gabriella appears from the middle of this crowd and starts singing the other half of the duet.
Oh my god.
Why didn't Troy wonder who was going to be singing this other half of the duet? Anyway.
Troy has not a single thought
Every
in his
Day.
brain.
It's just big orange cat energy.
Yeah. Wow. Brutal.
The duet is called Every Day. It's classic, just like, we'll be friends. I don't even remember how it happened.
Honestly, I expected more from Ryan with his choreography. It's just a big, strong step touch.
I'm sorry. Did you see Troy spying? Did you see the choreography that Troy spied on? There's no choreography. It's very like
in a circle dancing step touch. It's very weird. Anyway.
Oh my god, don't get me okay, hang on. I have a big gripe about that. But even what we saw before is not what we're seeing now. What we saw before was also bad.
Yes.
Okay, everyone is dressed in all white. It's giving very big last day of summer camp energy.
Yes. The
Wildcats join Troy and Gabriella on stage for the final chorus, and Troy invites Sharpay up, but then, the choreography is what you said. It's step touches. Everyone's standing in a circle.
Yeah.
Everyone has their backs to the audience. This is bad choreography.
Yes.
Ryan is not a good choreographer.
No! It's so bad. Also, she has the necklace back on. How'd she get it?
Oh.
She gave
That's
it to
a
Troy.
Good question.
Did someone steal it from Troy?
She stole it out of
Did
his
Taylor
locker?
steal it from Troy and give it back to Gabriella?
Honestly, Taylor would have had access.
Absolutely she would. Anyway.
All right.
So
big gospel vibes at the end, and then we get a pet peeve of mine, which is a very quiet end to this song that would not have been heard.
Nah.
in this kind of performance. It's so breathy and quiet,
Yeah.
and it's intimate for film.
500
No.
people. No, 550 people.
Absolutely not. I'm just still mad at imagining like getting dressed up to go to this function and all of your waiters disappear.
I think I would go home.
I would get my money back.
Yeah,
And I
wild.
would go home. Anyway.
Fulton comes on to present this award that doesn't matter
The award.
and is about to give it to Sharpay for no reason. And then she's like, it goes to my brother Ryan.
It's a bait and switch. She accepts it and everyone's like, oh fuck, how'd she win?
Also,
She
did you
didn't
notice that
perform.
he breaks it?
Yes, I did. He accidentally breaks it.
accidentally
but
breaks
it's
it.
fine in the next
In the
shot.
next shot, it's fine.
Anyway, okay. After the talent show,
Yeah.
the Wildcats go out onto the golf course to enjoy the fireworks.
Yeah.
And we have a reprise. No one sings it, but we have a reprise of You Are the Music in
Look
Me.
at that green screen. That
And
green
we-
screen, though.
Oh, that green screen though.
Of
We
all
also
the
get our
fireworks.
one allotted kiss.
Yes, they finally kiss. And then they look at the
Okay.
fireworks, and his face is so serious. It's like the end of an action movie where like the love interest
Like,
and the
it's
hero
like
have gotten
dirt
together
and blood,
just
like,
and
smeared
she's
on
just
their
like
faces.
cuddled into his chest and he's just like seriously looking out into the distance. Except it's High School Musical 2.
Okay, and also they all went out onto the golf course with with lanterns. The kind of
bad
you think they were the
lanterns.
kind of lanterns. Here's the thing: you think they're the bad lanterns, Grace. Those are not the bad lanterns that float away. They like. Okay, here's the thing. Those are not. I don't
They're
think
not
those are
the
the kind
fire
of lanterns.
lanterns?
Because Gabriella and Troy like let theirs go when they fly away. The others put theirs on the ground and they stay.
What is going on, Anna?
I don't think those are the kind of flying lanterns. I think those were on cranes.
Is this like the car at the end of Grease? Why is it flying?
Why is it flying? Oh, and then the sprinklers go off again.
Cut to the last day. Everyone is
We get our
celebrating
final
at a
finale.
fun finale pool party. The song is called All for One. There's like a microphone set up for all the main characters. There's a piano playing. Miley Cyrus makes an appearance.
Yeah, she's a cameo. It has big music video energy
Yes.
where all the main band members, which is our main cast, have microphones and they're set up like on the grotto. It's Eric's grotto.
It's Eric's grotto.
It's- Sorry, we haven't had a grotto since Phantom.
Truly.
But like on the fake rock grotto
Yeah.
with the band. None of those guitars are plugged in.
No. And then everyone jumps into the pool. And Troy jumps into the pool in jeans. Bold. Bold move.
All right, here's my thing. There's two things. One, they're celebrating the end of summer. Who celebrates the end of
No
summer?
one.
Second of all, one of the lyrics is, let's take it to the beach. They are in Arizona. That is a landlocked state.
Let's take it to the beach. I didn't even clock that. Oh no.
That is a
It's a
landlocked
landlocked
state. And also, another lyric, this is where our summer really begins. I'm sorry, I thought this was the end of
This is
summer.
the
Are
end
we
of
1
summer.
month in?
It's the end of summer.
Did this all happen in 2 weeks? The first week,
Time
imagine.
makes no sense.
Oh my god. Anyway,
that's the
is
end.
High School Musical 2.
We have to have 2 years in between each of the High School Musicals because it's too much.
They're too chaotic. What'd you think of this movie, Grace?
I love this movie.
This was a joy. I needed this.
Because we had, what were the ones right before this that we had? Because I feel like it's been a bunch of like,
Evita, Mame,
A Star is Born,
A Star
Night
is
and
Born.
Day. Yeah, we needed
Like, just-
a fun, boppy, ridiculous musical.
Yeah.
I love
really
this film.
needed just a boost of serotonin. I
Ah.
laughed. I cackled. I yelled at the screen. I empathized with Fulton.
Ugh, Fulton. God. These teenagers just ruining parties.
Yeah.
All right.
And then we would ruin parties. All right. Do you want to do a little
Shall
doing
we?
some dramaturgy?
Dramaturgy.
Dramaturgy report. Dramaturgy report. Okay, this was directed by Kenny Ortega. I did nothing on him because we previously did everything for him
Refer
in
our
High
previous
School Musical.
works.
Yes. If you have not listened to our first episode on High School Musical, stop
I
what you're doing.
recommend
Go back to
go
that.
back and do
Honestly,
that.
we should
Do
should
that
leave
first.
that as a disclaimer at the start of this episode.
Yeah. Listen to that one
Per
first.
our previous episode. All right. The cinematographer was a different cinematographer than the original High School Musical. This was
Okay.
Daniel Arano. He's a Spanish cinematographer. He was born in 1973, so he was only 34 when he did
Hell
this.
yes.
Before High School Musical 2, he had done several films, both independent films as well as films for TV, including Cheetah Girls 2. And he would go on to work on High School Musical 3. He was the cinematographer for the film Into the Badlands, and he's listed in the camera department for Spider-Man Far From Home, but he was a second unit camera director for that.
Cool.
So not principal, but still very, very cool. Second units are very important.
Yes.
All right, that's literally all I have.
Amazing.
For cinematographer.
The writer was the same guy as the first one, so again, refer our previous works. This one did have an adaptation into a stage musical, so it had 2 separate theatrical productions that High School Musical 2 was made into. A 1-act 70-minute version, and then a 2-act, like, full-length production. So,
like, what do they even do in the 1 act?
I don't know.
What's
but
the
honestly,
to be fair, there's not a lot of conflict to begin with.
The fact that the 1 act exists proves that this movie could have been 90 minutes. So
it normally is. They cut stuff for it on TV.
For the movie, yeah.
It's probably a lot closer to like an hour 35 with commercial. I mean, they definitely do it for 2 hours, but the TV cut is probably a lot closer to 1:35.
Yeah. So the stage production does include Huma Huma Nuka Nuka Apoa'a, and they started licensing the rights in October 2008. They originally recruited 7 schools to serve as tests for the new full-length adaptation, but because of complications with multiple drafts of both the script and the score, all but 2 schools were forced to drop out of this program. So it really only happened that one time, I'm pretty sure. I don't think High School Musical 2 is a common production that you see around at all.
Frequently.
But you absolutely do see the original.
Oh, 100%. I have seen the original.
I know.
Oh, God.
At an all-girls school.
Let the record show, I once saw, in Manhattan, I saw an all-girls middle school production of High School Musical, and it was fantastic.
That's how High School Musical should be presented. So, music, again, and lyrics were the same as last time, so I'm gonna not get too much into that. There weren't too many new actors, except for Fulton, really, and Sharpay's parents. But other than that, I'll just talk a little bit about Vanessa Hudgens, just because she has done a lot of musical theater. So she made her feature film debut in 2003, but obviously she rose to fame because of this role in the High School Musical film series, and that brought her like the mainstream success, and that got her a recording contract with Hollywood Records, and she has released 2 studio albums in 2006 and 2008. But after the studio albums were released, she sort of refocused away from singing and into her acting career. So she was in Band Slam, Sucker Punch, Spring Breakers in 2012. She was in Tick Tick Boom most recently in 2021. She was in the Netflix Christmas movies, The Princess Switch, and its 2 sequels where she plays multiple people. Those movies are chaos. I love them so much. She also did The Night Before Christmas, KNIGHT. That was another like Netflix Christmas movie about like a man who falls forward in time. Craziness. Anyway, she also played the lead role in an NBC series, Powerless, and she played the title role on Broadway in the musical Gigi, which I saw, which is quite good. I saw on a night where something, I saw that on a night where something fucked up and they like broke on stage because glass shattered, and I was like, first off, why is there live glass on stage? No reason for there to be live glass on stage unless you're actively breaking it during a scene. Anyway, and then of course she had roles in the 2 live musical productions, Grease and Rent, where she played Rizzo and Maureen. So she's still working. She's working really consistently. She's moving in and out of musical theater, and sort of she's hit TV, she's hit Broadway, she's hit films, so she's consistently working and doing well.
Yeah, we love that for her.
Yeah. Do you have reviews and reception?
I do.
Yes.
Generally good critical reception. A USA Today quote I pulled said it was sweet, smart, bursting with talent and energy, and awash in innocence. It was nominated for a lot of awards that have categories for children's entertainment, including 2, but not limited to, the Emmys, the DGA Awards, as well as, obviously, like, Teen Choice Awards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. It was a made-for-TV movie. Okay.
Singing and
In
dancing.
terms of singing and dancing, I just said great for both of them.
I mean, so Zac Efron, we all know,
Yeah, he sang his
didn't
own
sing in the original and did sing in this one. So this is his actual singing voice, which I don't know why they had him dubbed, except for I guess they wanted a tenor, and he's more of a
Maybe it was more of a
tenor.
Oh, see, I was thinking it was more of a gamble
That's fair.
on him being an unknown musical performer. They were like, we used to dub shit all the time. Let's just
let's just do that again. That's fair. Yeah, so he does sing all of his own stuff in this one. Other than that, the dancing was so fun and silly, and kind of like the over-the-top musical theater dancing that you kind of expect to see. I had a great time. I don't dance. The bass, and then they immediately start to dance. I loved that. The silly dancing in Summertime. Chad jumping off of a locker and bodying an extra. Love it. Yeah, so it was just a really fun, good time. There wasn't anyone who sang that I was just like, ooh, that's good
rough
to listen to.
Yeah, no, I think in this one they really honed in on who they were going to feature because they were talented,
which was
and who they were going to
Sharpay
pan over.
Yeah.
Ryan.
So who gets solos and who gets
and,
duets,
who
basically.
just sings in the ensemble numbers.
Yeah.
All right, Granny Gripes?
Yeah, so I explained my gripe already, just in terms of, like, having multiple backing vocal tracks and only one singer on screen was confusing. Yeah, that was kind of my main one. So I had two gripes.
One was that it's our least favorite plot device, which is conflict through lack of communication.
Yes.
It's a children's made-for-TV movie, so I can't really complain too much because it's shaky sweaters.
And teenagers are notoriously bad communicators.
But also, like, they couldn't contrive the conflict too much. They had to be pretty simple. Second of all, my silliest gripe is just, like, imagine if all your waiters left to go perform in a musical number. However,
I just imagine the actual, like, people who work there as their full daytime job dealing with these fucking teenagers for 2 months.
That being said, after going through all of this, I think my biggest gripe is actually the fact that they based a lot of conflict on the thing that I've yelled about, which is, yes, friendships are important. However, your friends are not going to get you into college. You're going to get you into college. Both can exist.
Hey
you
guys,
could be supportive of your friends.
Can you tell that Anna's a Capricorn?
So angry! Academic success is not directly a result of your friendships.
Anna's bamboozled, y'all.
I'm so angry. Like, that's lazy. I'm sorry. That's lazy conflict writing.
Fair enough.
Anyway, my giggle was that there was so much chaos.
My giggle was during that fucking number where Ryan gargled into a microphone, spat the water on the stage, and threw a full glass of water off the stage, and you see the water flying through the air. That whole number is chaos.
I'm gonna go back and watch that just for that.
Yeah.
My moment of joy was that Fulton fully had that breakdown to Taylor. That was my moment of joy, where she's like, I feel seen, I feel heard, and
I feel
appreciated.
Exposed. Now Anna and I have so many fun facts.
Although I did just go through mine, and I actually only have one because we have discussed all of them.
Yeah.
There's a deleted scene where Taylor visits Gabriella at her house after Gabriella quits, and Taylor somehow got the necklace. I don't know if Troy gave it to her or she stole it from his locker.
No, I think she stole it from his locker, hands down.
But Taylor returns the necklace to Gabriella, and that's how she has it in the finale. The
Fantastic.
only other fun fact that I have is about the golf balls. So anytime an actor hit a golf ball towards a camera, which was two scenes. One, the parents, Troy, Chad, the whole caddy scene, they were hitting golf balls. And then when Troy is teaching golf, anytime an actor hit a golf ball towards a camera, they were actually hitting ping pong balls.
Yeah.
And it's really, really evident during Bet on It when Troy goes to hit a ball on a tee that has no grooves. So the ball is very clearly not
just a circle and doesn't have
it's just an orb. It's just an orb. And there was a shot where Zac Efron hit several balls and all were towards the camera and crew members. And so if they'd used real balls, they absolutely would have hit crew members and the cameras.
That's so funny. All right, so I have 3 fun facts.
All right, hit me with
so
them.
when Sharpay and Ryan drive up to Lava Springs in her car for the first time, the song that's playing on the car radio is a song written and sung by the guy who plays Ryan, Lucas Grabeel.
Shit, really? That's cool.
Then during the final chorus of I Don't Dance, you notice that, like, they're moving and singing faster, and it's because it was getting dark and they needed to finish before they lost the light. And so that lunch scene that they filmed immediately after, they had to use a stage light to pretend that it was sunset because they had spent too much time.
I can see that. I can see that. Also, we didn't say this. This film is fully available if you have Disney Plus. It's just there.
Yeah.
That's how I watched it.
Yeah, me too. And then my final fun fact. So Zac Efron really wanted to have a different haircut in this film. But the producers said no, and like he was like, oh, and it's like growth, like it's, you know, like a changing of character, and they're like, no, we are afraid that audiences won't recognize Troy Bolton without his signature bangs. And so even though he had to keep the same haircut, he showed up first day with a brunette. He was blonde in the first movie, and he's fully brown in this one. Oh my god. And no one talks about it.
He's blonde in the first one?
Yes!
Or like sandy blonde. Not like
sandy blonde, but
blonde.
He is brunette, brown
I'm
hair.
looking it up. I'm looking it up right now. High School Musical 1. It's like sand. Oh, yeah. No, it's definitely blonder.
Yeah.
Oh god, he's such a baby. Mm-hmm. Like, can you see that?
Oh,
it's definitely a little blonder. Wow, you're right.
And no one talks about it. In the third film, apparently he also has like really dark brown hair. Homework is Bet It Go.
Yes, watch Bet It Go. Link that in the homework.
And I Don't Dance. Those are my 2.
Yeah, those are good. I agree, and I'm piggybacking off of those.
Cool. Amazing.
Excellent. Oh my god, I have no idea how long this episode's gonna be.
We
have a lot to cut out of banter, but also...
Yeah.
I said it before, and I'll say it again. This took me a lot longer to watch than
There's a lot
other
of plot.
films did. There's a lot of plot, and it moves quickly because kids have short attention spans.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's all she wrote, though.
That is all she wrote.
Holy moly. Well, if you're still with us, thanks for tuning in to another chaotic episode.
Woo!
Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been 5678, a movie musical podcast. I have been Anna.
I'm still Grace.
Take care of yourselves and others. Do your homework. See you on the next one.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
5678.
There's no business like show business, like no business I know.